People in my village don't tell this story loudly. They whisper it because they believe if you say my name too clearly, the forest will listen. My name is Uzo. Here's my story. The voice sounded like my mother. My mother had been buried for 5 years. Cold rushed through my body. My legs refused to move. Uzo, come here. I shook my head. Tears ran down my face. You are dead, I whispered. The forest laughed, not loud, deep, from everywhere. When I tried to run, the path vanished. Trees shifted. Roots rose from the ground. The forest closed itself. My breath became sharp and fast. Then I saw it. Something standing between the trees. Tall, thin, wrong. Its head was human. Its body was not. Its eyes were empty holes, but inside those holes, something moved. When it smiled, its teeth were too many. You heard me, it said. My body shook. Why do you sound like my mother? I cried. It tilted its head. Because fear listens better when it sounds familiar. The ground opened. I saw blood, old blood, fresh blood, children crying, my ancestors. Your bloodline fed this forest, the thing said. One soul every generation. I screamed. They said the curse ended. The thing stepped closer, so close I smelled rot. The thing did not rush me. It enjoyed my fear. Its fingers pressed into my chest slowly, like it was testing how strong my heart was. I felt my heartbeat inside my ears. Boom, boom, boom. Then, silence. My heart stopped. I fell to my knees. I tried to scream, but my mouth refused to open. My tongue felt heavy like stone. This is where your people always beg, it said calmly. I felt something cold crawl up my spine. Death felt better than whatever was standing in front of me. Then it leaned close to my ear. Its breath smelled like soil and blood. Die now, it whispered, or live long enough to become the call. Tears poured from my eyes. I shook my head violently. Inside my head, I screamed no, but my lips moved on their own. I want to live. The forest went quiet. Too quiet. Then, the ground screamed. My skin burned like fire. I felt my bones bending the wrong way. I begged. I promised. I cried for my mother. The thing watched, smiling. You are becoming useful, it said. Something crawled into my mouth. I gagged. I choked. I tasted blood. I felt it slide down my throat, alive. When the pain stopped, I expected peace. I expected darkness. But I opened my eyes. I was still alive. I tried to stand. I did not need to try. My body moved before I decided. I looked down at my hands. They were longer, thinner. My skin looked wrong, like it did not belong to me. I saw my reflection in a pool of water. I screamed again. My eyes were not my eyes. They were deeper, hollow, hungry. Behind me, the thing spoke one last time. You will stand here and you will call. They will come because fear always answers familiar voices. I walked back to the village before dawn. Dogs barked and ran. Lights went out. Doors slammed shut. When I passed by houses, I heard crying. I had not spoken, yet my name was everywhere. I reached my house. The door opened by itself. Inside, my younger cousin was sleeping. I tried to wake him, to warn him, but my mouth opened without permission. And my voice, it sounded like his mother. "Come here." He sat up, smiling. I tried to scream. Instead, darkness swallowed him. When I came back to myself, he was gone, and my hands were shaking. By morning, the village was silent. 3 people were dead. No wounds, no blood, just fear frozen on their faces. They said they heard someone calling them by name in voices they trusted. I went back to the forest and stood at the edge of the forest, unable to step forward, unable to step back. The roots wrapped gently around my feet, like chains. Then 7 men came, all carrying charms, cutlasses, and fire. They did not whisper, they shouted my name. The roots tightened around my legs. I wanted to step forward. I couldn't. The forest did not release its property. The oldest man spat on the ground. That thing is no longer human. The fire touched the trees. The forest screamed, and I screamed with it. The flames rose high. Trees cracked. Smoke filled the sky. The villagers cheered. They thought they were winning. I felt my skin burn, but I did not die. Instead, something inside me woke up. Something angry, something ancient. The ground shook. Roots shot out and dragged 2 men under. Their screams stopped halfway. One man tried to run. The forest called him in his mother's voice. He turned. He never came back. The villagers dropped their weapons. They finally understood. They were not fighting me. They were fighting what owned me. That night, an old priest entered the forest alone. He did not carry weapons, only a bell. He rang it once. My head split with pain. He rang it again. The forest hissed. "Child," he said, "you are not cursed." I laughed bitterly. "Look at me." He shook his head. "You are the lock." The forest grew restless, hungry. It wanted more. It began calling even without my permission. Children, travelers, pregnant women. I screamed inside my mind, "Stop!" It laughed inside me. "You are mine." The priest, crying, he rang the bell again. The roots loosened. For the first time, I could move. The forest roared. The priest screamed. The ground swallowed him whole. I ran. But then I said to myself, there is only one way, not to escape, but to end everything. I went back and let the forest eat me completely. The forest went calm. But sometimes, when the wind is right, people still hear a voice, not calling them, warning them.